ahead.
New topic. Did you see the Kevin Hart special? He has a new special. He has a new comedy special.
Mm-hmm.
Now, prior to seeing it, I heard a lot of backlash on it.
Nothing about it before I saw it.
I heard a whole bunch. I don't know, not about any of the content. All I heard was
nothing.
It's trash.
I heard nothing before I saw it.
Oh,
which I'm glad.
I heard it was trash.
Mm-hmm.
Now this kind of ties into the other conversation we're having. Are we hard on our own people? Did Kevin Hart reach such a high level of success that now we scrutinize everything that he does because he hasn't, let's say, went to the next level yet? Because I think Kevin Hart is this. I think Kevin Hart, he's here, right? And he's given us a whole bunch of he got to this level and now he's at this level. But he still has that next level of evolve, almost like the Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle did this.
Do you know that?
And then Dave Chappelle did this to Comedy Central. Now we got the whole nother level. Dave is constantly evolving. Dave is just a genius at the game. Mm-hmm. But are we not giving Kevin Hart his time to
Kevin Hart is one of the
take it
most
to the next level?
Kevin Hart is one or top 3 all-time successful black comedians. Comedians, period.
Why they hating on Kevin so much?
Yeah, a lot of people knock Kevin Hart, but you can't knock the numbers. He's doing something right.
But with the show,
even as well as good as Dave Chappelle is, Dave Chappelle was not popular amongst black people.
When he first came out, prior to Comedy Central,
he was not.
And I'm one of those people that I thought Dave Chappelle was okay.
No, I thought he was hilarious.
Listen, me.
You ever heard?
You
ever seen him on Def Comedy Jam?
Listen. Listen, what I'm saying to you.
Nigga.
Listen. I thought he was funny.
I thought he was hilarious.
Listen. I thought he was funny, but I thought the level that he's at, that he evolved to, when I was watching him, I like half-baked, funny as hell. This and third, when he does his stand-up, I was like, he's funny. To me, at that time, I was like, he's like a young Chris Rock for me because I love the political ones that people, I love that type of comedy.
Yeah.
You mix it. So I was like, I like him, but he wasn't at the magnitude until his show came out. And he started to have a ton of material where it shows his viewer topics. That's what I love about Dave Chappelle, his unique view about a topic. So once I started seeing a lot of that content back to back with his own sketch comedy, the Chappelle Show, I was like, damn, when you get it doses back to back and not just a little small little fragments here, then you can see how great he really is. Then after that, him coming back to Netflix, just them specials by far to me solidified the game.
So I think there's
his approach.
I think there's something to be said about
best joke setup approach I've ever seen
comedians,
from anybody.
Comedians,
old
period.
Comedian, new comedian. Nobody has Dave Chappelle setups or setups like Dave Chappelle.
When you look at, I don't know if it was Richard Pryor who said it or it might have been Eddie Murphy.
Said what?
Said
I know a lot of that Richard Pryor and Eddie Murphy.
No, not of their skits, but it was an interview, and they talked about how some comedians, they are good at stand-up, but they're not funny in front of the camera. Right?
Oh, I can see that.
Right? So you have some people who, like Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy's stand-up was great.
Song, but just in case.
Right? His stand-up was great. So was his movies.
Yes.
So was his sketch comedy.
Yes.
Every comedian doesn't fall into that.
Fully agree.
Right? Would Eddie Murphy have been great in a sitcom? Probably not. Because his type of comedy...
He's animated.
Not his animation, but his
wordplay.
But it's his wordplay. Eddie Murphy cussed just as much as Richard Pryor cussed. Right? Which was okay for movies, right? But not necessarily for a sitcom. Right? Cedric the Entertainer. He's funny as hell. You add cuss words to it. Yeah, it's that much funnier, but he's also animated enough to where that works. Martin. Right?
Ooh,
clearly.
One of the best.
Martin has one, in my opinion, he has one good stand-up. That's it. He has one. He has one. And every
show?
His stand-up, his show, like a Eddie Murphy Raw or he has
I can give you that one. I can give you that.
Right? And
what about my man Cat Williams?
Cat Williams is great at it, right?
What?
He's good in a movie.
Yes.
Right? Would he be good in a sitcom? Maybe we never got to see him there.
I might have to give him
right?
that one.
But but these are the things that we're talking about, right? So when you look at somebody like Kevin Hart, well, Kevin Hart stand up, it's good, it's hilarious. Do I think he's better than Cat Williams stand up wise?
Who better than Cat Williams?
Kevin Hart. I don't know.
Stand up wise, I'm gonna say this.
I don't know.
They're two different ones, but I
don't know.
That's what I'm saying. This is my opinion.
But their shows are supposed to be different.
Listen,
Go ahead.
I agree. I'm going to say this. This is me. Kevin Hart has nailed a couple of them, right?
More than a couple.
Yeah. But I'm saying stand-up shows, and I mean completely, in my opinion, he got like 2 or 3 that he completely just nailed, right? Not this last one that he just released, but I think the one before that one where he went. I seen him before. He was at the casino, but the one that he's on, when he sold out the arena, the football stadium.
No.
He nailed that one, right?
Yeah.
And on that big platform, to be on such a big platform and nail it, to me, killed it. But he nailed it. But that Cat Williams, was it Pimp Chronicle when he got the green suede? Yo, that right there.
I think it's different.
His approach.
I think it's different. I think the bottom line is as good.
They're both great.
As good as Cat Williams is, Kevin Hart crosses over way easier than he does.
I think Kevin Hart can do better movies than Cat Williams. I think Cat Williams.
I think he might be a better writer. I
agree.
But that's part of the movie thing, right? That's part of doing the shows, is being able to write and produce it, and having that comedic timing that they always talk about when it comes to actors,
and
right?
that vision, because people slept on Kevin Hart and his show. That was genius, and that was a power move.
And again,
love that show.
So his current one, what's the little chubby black dude's name who be on Instagram and stuff all the time?
You talking about my boy with the big eyes?
Yeah, he's always critiquing.
He's
always critiquing. What's his name?
I gotta see him once it's COVID over. I got a couple of Instagram dudes that I work.
Yeah, if you go to his page and you look up, he talked about Kevin Hart. He talked about Kevin Hart, and I think he broke it down. I think he broke it down perfectly. He said, y'all got to cut him some slack. He was like, y'all don't know what a comedian has to go through to put together a set. So he was like, a lot of times we tour. We'll do 200 random, show up at a comedy club, try out some material, see what works, see what doesn't. He was like, yo, we're in the middle of COVID.
Yes.
He was like, yo, I could
You can't even exercise your dog.
He was like, yo, I could easily see where his material could have evolved had he had a chance to be in the clubs and stuff like that, or whatever it is.
I didn't see the whole thing, but
he also said
Kevin Hart, part of his
Kevin Hart's deal is always been, I talk about my family, I talk about me in situations that's relatable to you.
Yes.
Right? And I still am able, I go to the clubs and I try and, see what's good and see what's not good, right? And then you come back and you rewrite and you get it right, and you might say something a little different, or you might say something a little you might have a different timing on it. But he was just basically expanding like, yo, what you're getting in a pandemic is great and you should be happy.
Yeah.
Like what is the drawback?
Ooh.
Like what are you upset over, right? You have something to watch. Like you didn't have to do that.
Maybe this is what it is. Dave Chappelle drops his On the Farm episodes. He has his interview with David Letterman. Are they comparing Kevin Hart to Dave Chappelle?
But that's I think the point that he was trying to bring up. Dave Chappelle still is finding himself in these clubs where they're open.
Yeah.
He still is. He's going and he's always done that.
Yes.
Right? I think it was I think Chris.
But is it part of it? Is it part of the comparison?
Yeah, I definitely think people are just seeing what Dave Chappelle is putting out, and they're looking at Kevin Hart and they're saying, it's not that funny.
Yeah.
It's not that funny. Where, I mean,
I'm gonna tell you, I watched it. I watched it. Let me say this.
I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was funny. Did I think it was his top notch? No. Did I think it's his best work? No. But did I think, to your point, was it good for the time that we're in right now and his ability to probably exercise his darts and whatever? I think he did a good effort. I liked it. So
it was entertaining to me.
I'm also a person that finds certain shit people don't find funny, I find funny.
Yeah.
Like Seinfeld is funny to me.
Yeah, Seinfeld. You already know that's one of my.
Seinfeld's
dry,
funny to me.
dry,
See, I'm a
dry humor.
type
I
of person.
love it.
You know what I'm
Seinfeld.
saying? That's why I like Chris Rock.
Oh
and
my
that's
God,
why
Chris Rock, Dave
yeah,
Chappelle,
yeah.
those comedians where you really got to sit there and listen to what they say.
So, Chris Rock said,
We rocking now, baby.